You can't talk about the Civil War without addressing slavery. As I mentioned earlier, Lee was opposed to slavery, calling it a moral and political evil. The fact is that no matter what the critics say, Lee did not fight to defend slavery. After the war, he was deeply saddened and indignant that Northern newspapers claimed that he had fought to defend slavery. He vehemently denied it, saying, and I quote, "So far from engaging in a war to perpetuate slavery, I am rejoiced that slavery is abolished. I believe it will be greatly for the interest of the South. So fully am I satisfied of this that I would cheerfully have lost all that I have lost by the war, and have suffered all I have suffered to have this object obtained." And Lee was opposed to secession before the war, and he warned of its dire consequences. In a letter to his son in January of 1861, Lee wrote, "I can anticipate no greater calamity for the country than a dissolution of the Union. I'm willing to sacrifice everything but honor for its preservation. Secession is nothing but revolution. Still, a union that can only be maintained by swords and bayonets has no charm for me. If the Union is dissolved, I shall return to my native state and share the miseries of my people, and save and defense will draw up my sword on none." So Lee was distraught over the dissolution of the Union. But he said that he had always been taught that his first allegiance was to his mother state, and he held out hope that some agreement would be reached to avert the Civil War.